Tomato sauce? I feel like, do you guys ever watch Man vs. Food? I feel like I've just failed at my challenge, and now I'm going to take questions from the crowd. I will take questions from the crowd. Okay.
Microphone in the back if you guys actually want to
Actually, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to chew for 45 minutes. It might take that long to follow this. Oh, Regina. Let's do this. All right. Let's do this.
So, can you go? Start. Ask questions. Go.
It's world famous. Hello, sir.
Hello. Did you swallow?
Oh, yeah, sweetheart, I swallowed. That's how I get my protein.
All right, then next time, my first question. Okay, the Buffy comic book. Reading that, the dialogue of the Xander character in the book, in the comic book, I can hear your voice. Yeah, you know.
Probably because I played the part for 7 years. Strange. Yeah. It's weird, you know, in season 8, I don't know, I just heard Joey Lawrence. Or one of those Lawrence brothers.
But the point being, they did a really good job of nailing like Xander's package of speech.
Yeah,
like that.
the cadence.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many times where I'm like, oh, that's a totally Xander thing to say. Is there any?
But again, you are referring to the character of Xander, right? So you're saying that in the comic book, the Buffy comic book, that Xander actually sounds like Xander.
Yes, I think you're apprehending my point. The question being, is there any like collaboration that like, do they ever say, hey, here's the dialogue we wrote? Is this?
No, you know, the thing that Joss did was kind of that he's so good at was burping. Was that he would kind of take how we were, you know, and our senses of humor, and then he would kind of, you know, infuse those into the characters. So I think that's it probably took him like 4 or 5 episodes in the first season before he, like, you know, and that's a tough job, you know. That's a psychologist's job. Excuse me. But no, I don't get any phone calls. You know, because they just don't pay me for that. But I would take the phone call. First one's free. You're welcome.
Hi. So, you were recently on an episode of...
Okay, just go there, and I'm sitting.
So you were recently on an episode of the web series Robot Ninja and Gay Guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it so much. And I was wondering, like, do you have any plans to come back for season 2?
I think, yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, it was it's amazing shooting when you shoot a web series in comparison to shooting a television series. Like, it was like one take done, you know? It's like, okay, so we're gonna turn around, you know, so we're looking in this direction, and then we're gonna turn around and look in that direction. Okay, I'll go out and have a cigarette. And it's like, literally, it's like, I'm not even out the front door. It's like, okay, Nick, we're ready. I'm like, what are you guys doing? We're turning around. It usually takes 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm not proud of my smoking, by the way. But yeah, no, I just love wearing a fake mustache. When it comes right down to it. I'm like, you know what this guy needs? He needs a mustache. And I can't grow that kind of mustache. You're welcome.
I guess I have a two-part question. My first one is, I heard a lot of the fans kind of whispering if you'd be able to do the Snoopy dance. Or you don't know.
No. Listen, I never do a Q&A without leaving the stage without doing the Snoopy dance. So I'll let you ask a second. Do you want me to do it now, or then follow it up? Do you want the ice cream now, or you want the cherry on top?
No, I'll ask the second question because it's kind of the serious question, so we can end with a comedic.
Oh, okay.
I heard just through like online that you're going to be in an upcoming episodes of Private Practice. I didn't know. Okay, yes. And I heard that it's a very difficult scene for you because it's I guess it's a rape scene, and I didn't know how you're.
I'm doing the raping.
Yes.
itself was, you know, the actress that I was doing was very gracious, you know, and you really kind of, and we both knew that it's you know, it's rough. It's actually a pretty good workout, to be honest with you. You rapists, they've got to be shredded, man. But it was, you know, the whole thing about it is that you have to you can't kind of take it. When you're shooting it, then you take it seriously, but when you're not shooting it, you gotta tell jokes and shit, you know? It's, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still acting, but it was brutal. I mean, it stuck with me for like a week. It's not cool. I mean, if you guys watch it, it's a fairly graphic, brutal rape scene. And it's something that, you know, I mean, it's like only in my job does, you know, I'm done with work and I'm just, you know, telling my friends, like, yeah, I got done raping someone today, you know what I mean? Or like I'm talking about it right now, you know? But you know, it's actually sweet because like one of the ADs on the show, because I do a lot of my scenes with this guy named Brendon, who was the great married to Madeline Stowe, and like, you know, we both kind of have the same sense of humor, and you know, she would say, she's like, you know, it's really great to do scenes with like you two, because like when you're done doing like the serious shit, you just kind of, you know, joke and stuff, and you know, I don't take it home with me, thank God. Is it time for the dance? Josh, don't shoot this. Of the Brady going to her body and all the stuff in his pocket. And then Mike Brady's like kind of like looking at him, and then it goes back to Bobby Brady and he keeps pulling shit out. Don't do it. I saw you eyeing it.
I was wondering, what was your favorite episode that like you acted in, like to act in, and then what was your favorite episode, like just
period?
in general? Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a weird one because I think it was the Buffy vs. Dracula. I think when I played I remember when I met Dracula in the, again, what a weird job I have. But I met him in the cemetery and I'm like giving him attitude and then he puts me under a spell and then I kind of become this bitch, you know. I remember I walked away and I was done with work and I looked inside of like, you know, the magazine where all the film is and I'm like, there's my fucking info. Never happened. And then my favorite episode, I mean, you know, every time I watched Once Upon a Feeling, I got chills. You know what I mean? But there were so many. You know, I mean, Hush was just terrifying. I remember the first episode that we all watched together. I think Allison's there and I watched together, where it's like, oh wow, we might have something here. Was the witch episode. So like seeing that, it's like, oh, whoa, maybe we're part of something cool. Was great because it's like,